In order to understand or analyze two quantitative data sets, we have to be able to identify the two different variables. These two different variables are the explanatory variable and the response variable. These are also known as the EV and the RV. The explanatory variable is a variable which helps explain or predict changes in a response variable. In algebra, this is known as the independent variable, or X. The response variable is the variable which measures the outcome of the study. In algebra, this is known as the dependent, or Y. Here's an example. Early on, the most common treatment for breast cancer was removal of the breast. It is now usual to remove only the tumor and nearby lymph nodes, followed by radiation. The change in policy was due to a large medical experiment that compared the two treatments. Some breast cancer patients, chosen at random, were given one or the other treatment. The patients were closely followed to see how long they lived following the surgery. In this specific example, the EV, or explanatory variable, is the experiment that compares treatments. The key words here is the change in policy was due to a large medical treatment that compared the two treatments. This is a big key to understanding the EV and the RV. The RV is the change in policy due to a large medical experiment that compared the two treatments. Another example that we can find on numbervendor.com, lesson 12 in statistics, is Adrena wanted to know how the mean SAT math scores and SAT critical thinking scores this year are related to each other. He explains that since there's no clarification if the mean SAT math scores can be determined or can determine the SAT critical reading scores if an individual is taking both tests. This shows that there is no clarification and it cannot be found. That there is no clear response or explanatory variable in this experiment. This graph is called a scatter plot. The scatter plot is a graphical display which shows a relationship between two quantitative variables. The EV, or X, and the RV is Y. This is how you display the relationships for each variable.